Ashe in game number 1. Unfortunately for them, the ball lane was a little bit too dominant from the side of JackeyLove and Meiko, and Kepler didn't necessarily get to show too much of what his Ashe can do.
But I still liked it. I mean, that's the thing I kind of kept returning to in the game was he will have a say at all points. The Enchanted Crystal just is invaluable in that regard. It is going to be the Lucian, though, that mid lane priority gained, and it's right back to the Leona.
This time around, again, reminder, the Braum is available. He takes down a lot of that pressure when a Leona walks up. He really loves playing against melee champions in general. And the Freljord duo is just very annoying to play against as well. There's many slows, many stuns between the two, especially after level 6. So I'm expecting Top Esports to not have an easy time pressuring that bot lane as they did in game number 1. Yeah, show us more Freljord champions. That's great. The Anivia looked good.
Why not, I guess. We'll see what we end up getting here for LGD. Need to find something that they can guarantee a lot of strength on the map itself. It is going to be the Corki, so it's something traditionally we've seen. They've really got to be able to use this strongly. And I wouldn't be surprised if Top Esports go with a very, very similar comp to their last game. And the Ezreal is going to kick that off here as they have major pieces from that game 1.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leona and Ezreal here again for that bot side of the map. And again, we're looking at pinching that AP jungle pool, which I don't necessarily think a lot of teams have been carried too much lately. I feel like since 369 is such a dominant top laner, and Burdol has showed a pretty good tendency to be able to carry through the top side of the map. It has been mainly top side dominant when it comes to the bans on the second phase for both of these teams.
And I kind of see why in a lot of cases. I'm going to guess that Burdol's trying to have a little bit more of an impactful game than that last one. And some of that coordination, definitely not leaning towards his strengths. The Kennen is the focus onto 369, though, to make sure they don't have that flanking setup for the double marksman comp.
I wouldn't mind seeing something like the Jace coming through from LGD. However, this time around, you're sort of blind peeking, and 369 is more than happy to pick up things that can shut down the Jace and be a little bit more aggressive, and especially since he doesn't need to be the go button for his team. Again, the Leona has been locked in for Meiko, so he can do all the job for himself, and he showed that in game number 1. So now 369 gets a chance to go a little bit more aggressive on this regard.
I'm wondering now that we actually get the Zyra ban there by Top Esports to see what AP jungler is going to be the choices here. And if Tian tries to continue taking the forward foot and what the brand is going to look like in the second phase. Holding on to it for a little while, it is going to be a continued focus towards the TF against 369. And it's the Lilia from Top Esports.
Lilia banned in game 1 absolutely makes sense right here. You want to press forward. Lilia, such a great addition to the engage, especially her flash Q can be so strong in terms of finding those squishy targets, engaging. We saw that on Tianzen. He had some fantastic ultimates with the leader to start out fights. Kanavi yesterday as well, showcasing that, flashing through walls. Brand is going to be the reply from Meteor, and let's see if Burdol is bold enough to go with... Oh, I'll be talking about the Jace. The Jace has been banned since stage 1. I'm really sorry, guys. This completely slipped my mind. There's not going to be any Jace.
It is the Cassante for Burdol, so he's going to try to take some of the engaged potential on his own right, I guess, with the backline access in a lot of ways. But now is the question, are we going to get a big answer into the Cassante or more of that team fighting pressure from 369?
Most of the replies right here, the Ken and the TF and the Gnar, have been taken out, unless you want to pull something like a Camille who likes to dive forward. But this is a great reply right here, and this is a 369 special. When the Skarner was so stupidly strong earlier on in the split, 369 brought out the Mordekaiser to simply just remove the champion from those fights and free his carries off of the pressure. Plus, Mordekaiser loves tanks because they don't necessarily do that much damage on him, and he gets to trade onto them. So technically right now, Top Esports are playing 4 versus 4 in those fights to come.
And you were mentioning a little bit of the pressure that 369 put on the league with this Mordekaiser, but also when you look at his track record on the Mordekaiser itself, has an 86+% win rate in his career, which is ridiculous. But 369 obviously not one to shy away from accolades himself, but this one is all eyes on LGD. They were not able to find any ground beneath them in that game number 1. They need to find it here in game 2.
And they have a lot more agency through their bot lane for sure. Ashe plus Brom blocking a lot of the damage coming in from the Ezreal, while Meiko chooses to engage forward. We'll see if also LGD choose to pull out a cheeky invade early on. Brom very potent at getting those early game engages into the jungle. With double AD carry, you could very easily create some chaos in the early game for top esports.
We're continuing the action in Group Ascend here in Shanghai, and it is an LGD. We're 0-4 on the season so far. Cannot drop to 0-5 in an 8-game round. Now, top esports have the upper hand. We were asked coming in this one, questions abound. What happened? Where are they? What are they doing? Well, they represented in game number 1, and we'll see if they can continue that momentum into game number 2. A composition very, very similar. A lot more strength now after the momentum from game 1. Game 2 kicking off now. LGD fans not backing down from the cheers. Love to hear that everybody's still going. As you already look, JackeyLove, half his health gone after the early trades from LGD. They do not want to let him back here. Oh, Meiko blocking one, and JinJiao can't hit the other.
Great stuff right there. JackeyLove is going to be just a little bit tad too late to the party right here, and JinJiao's positioning is so crucial because the second JackeyLove is going to walk behind the wave, JinJiao can get to poke him and slow him further down. Great start, and again, these are the things that you can do with the Brom early on. You can sneak into the jungle, try to get a flash summoner. Right there, they delayed JackeyLove from getting into that bot lane, which means that Meiko and JackeyLove will not be as dominant in pressuring that first wave. And 369 is channeling his inner the Shy.
He's forcing him to get the reset off. He might just have overextended a little bit. He's going to need a move. Now the flash does come out. Burdol going to chase him down with the flash himself. He wants the kill. He wants to get first blood for LGD. 369, what are you going to do when Burdol comes for you? And first blood goes the way of LGD.
I was just saying he was channeling his inner the Shy. It kind of ended very the Shy-esque result as well. Heads up time to Burdol. No flashes available for the top laners. And quick glance on the map. Meteor heading towards the tops of the map as the map has been split in two by Tian, invading that bot side of Meteor's jungle. And this is full LGD in that early game. That bot lane, that level 1 from JinJiao and Kepler has completely stopped JackeyLove and Meiko underneath the tower. And also the difference in terms of bans, right? Having that Brom available when you're playing Leona, pretty much negates a lot of the damage coming through from the Ezreal.
And Ezreal is going to have to get a second back off and still on 0 farm. Big thing to point out there, it is the Hail of Blades for JinJiao, so they're able to keep so much pressure if you overextend just a little bit for top esports' bot lane, because the combo with the press the attack from Kepler. Now, we are going to see a kind of revamp style clear coming out from top esports.
How is Tian getting 3 quadrants of the jungle and getting away with it?
Because he's Tian. Again, this guy was having a monster year, and especially in spring. And I think a lot of the start of the summer split here as well. And I think Meteor, even though we said he was the most consistent part to LGD, still needs to find that, I guess.
Yeah, trying to find a resurgence right here to his old form, as we've been saying all this time. That is a great start. 10 CS up onto Meteor, both on farming junglers. A lot of pressure down the bot lane again from LGD, canceling another reset. They've been on point with those, and Meteor gets to do whatever he wants towards that bot side of the map. He can even dip into the jungle of Tian if he wants to. Not sure if he's aware if that top side quadrant has been taken away from Tian. It's not going to be the case. He's going to fall back onto his Krugs. He did have the chance right there, but allowing JinJiao to reset on the map, get back with potentially control wards as well. There you go. Just purchased it. And JackeyLove, he's been freed. There's no more Brom in the lane.
Right, he's able to actually get a decent amount of catch up on the CS and then force Kepler right out. And you have to think back to game one, like JackeyLove and Meiko were the ones doing this to Kepler and JinJiao. And the fact he's able to get a little bit more of that after being impressed so early on shows the stability that this Ezreal pick has brought to the league.
Absolutely. And for Tian, it's not the easiest to try and dive with the Lilia that early on. You're quite reliant on having that level 6 as well if you want to dive, create a little bit more pressure with some more CC. And LGD's bot lane, they're not getting dived anytime soon. Every time you look bot lane, their waves have been pressured. This time Tian is trying to sneak in the chickens, he gets caught.
JinJiao is here, not going to hit the Winter's Bite though, so the concussive blow is not going to start stacking up. And it's Tian that steals away the chicken nuggets. It's right back to game one, deja vu.
Surprise Pikachu Teemo as well showing up. This is one of the emotes that he was showing his teammates
Creme.
to see if they approve. Creme has to run off. He does have teammates around him, Tian and Meiko. Pretty good to mention right here. Meteor just hit level 4. He's about 2 levels down onto Tian at this point. JinJiao gonna try to help his jungler as much as possible. Meiko's around.
A lot to say with Meiko around, at least. To help Meteor wants his own chicken nuggets. JinJiao going to be around, so it's a 2v2. TP back out from Creme, though. Might give them a little bit more strength as the push is not all the way there. Haichao going to come join. Concussive blow is hitting, but there goes Meiko into the fight. The back maybe leading out for top esports to go forward. Concussive blows doesn't end up going to fruition on a Meiko. He's going to burn his flash now. LGD not going to push up any further, but they got the flash out of Meiko.
Brom is just so strong in these fights. The more people you tag right there, you got Brand and Corki constantly proccing the stuns. It's just so oppressive. You raise the door and no damage can go through it. Creme trying to sneak some damage from the side. It just wasn't quite good enough. And the end just needs to start, keep farming a storm still. Getting that level 6 super quickly can change those fights up really quickly. He's looking out towards the bot side. Void grabs will be taken, but no trade on the map yet for top esports.
And really good decision making from LGD to take advantage of the map state a little bit there as well. Really like to see them get those 3 grubs early. Oh, the all-out gonna be delivery service right to Meteor, and 369 still scratching his head on how he got there.
LGD are taking complete control of the map. Burdol with a 2-0, 369 with a very questionable decision, I would say, in level 1, trying to pull at the Shaoye onto LGD. Just didn't give him any positive outcome right there, and he's been suffering ever since. 1,000 gold up now for Burdol onto this Cassandra. He's gonna be a pretty big problem for the backline of top esports. We saw it firsthand in the previous series as well.
Meiko wants it. They're going in. They do have the level 6 on the back, though. Kepler just having hit that with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, maybe able to follow things up. Meiko getting low, JackeyLove getting JinJiao low himself. They have the angle. He's going for it. Meiko might be the one to first fall, though. 2v2 going tooth and nail. It's going to be Kepler, but it's back up. He's got the double, and you cannot step to this world champion bot lane.
Incredible stuff by JackeyLove and Meiko. The way they were weaving through their targets, constantly changing who the primary target was. Absolutely magnificent. 2 versus 2 down the bot lane by JackeyLove and Meiko. Reminder, that was the fight where Meiko doesn't have any of his summoners available to him. And they end up winning that one. Tian sneaks out a cheeky red buff as well.
I don't even know what to
that
do.
gets at level 6.
Like, you're down. You had strength in bot side. You were up in CS. Now you're down 20. You've gotten 2 kills to JackeyLove, and this is enabling Tian to just bounce all the way between these lanes, and Creme picks up the kill over onto JinJiao.
Top esports is exactly where you wouldn't expect them to be. Ooh, at long range, E just about hits onto Haichao, and now the dragon that we expected to be traded is going to be started by Tian. We're gonna look at the top side trade again, where Burdol is going to hijack 369 through the wall into the loving arms of his jungler.
He couldn't do anything. All right, we have to look at this though. This is impressive stuff.
Let's 2 versus 2 again. The initial engage onto Kepler. The Ignite has not gone down. It's going down now onto Kepler, waiting for that cleanse to go through. The True Barrage is going to hit, and the instant change of target as JinJiao moves backwards and the Unbreakable goes up. They instantly re-engage onto Kepler. Incredible stuff. They changed targets about 4 to 5 times during that 2 versus 2.
And Kepler going to be kicking himself for fighting into the minions as well. Definitely every little bit counts with how close that fight was. LGD, they lose the 2v2 bot side. That was once their strength early on to this game. And now JackeyLove Meiko will have all the say down here. The question now becomes, though, if Meiko can actually get roaming onto the map with the pressure they'll have against JackeyLove if they leave him alone.
And this is the pressure that they didn't have from earlier on. This was pressure and advantage that LGD created for themselves alone. It was the bot lane with an incredible level 1, pressuring JackeyLove and Meiko for the majority of the game underneath the tower. And 1-2 versus 2 completely turns the coin around. 1,000 gold up for JackeyLove right now. The second they have that Trinity Force, you bet that they're going to be taking Ezreal around the map, playing a little bit more aggressive with the advantage that they've created right there. And I was wrong, by the way. The Dragon did get started, but then it never got finished by Tian. It's actually going to get ignored. They're pinging towards the top side of the map.
Yeah,
Might be looking to contest for the second spawn of Grubs.
Next episode of the Telegrubbies is coming up, and everybody wants to be there to watch it, especially because LGD could get the 6
Everyone
grubs.
except JackeyLove.
Yeah, apparently. He will not have True Barrage to be impactful anyways, but they're looking to push that bot side. Meanwhile, LGD moving all ranks to this top side fight. 5
versus 3. Top Esports have moved deep enough. They do have the vision. However, they do not have the numbers. Burdol.
He's in trouble, but he has the all-out to get to the rest of the team. He's going to try to use that to separate. Now Tian is the target, though. He's going to get the jump out, though. The watch-out eat. Now Burdol is doing massive work here. Look at JinJiao going over there. Now 369 in the death round all by himself. Going to come out to a wonderful surprise if you're an LGD fan, and Meteor picks it up. Now this will mean 6 grubs completed by LGD as JackeyLove takes plates in the bot side.
Top Esports willingly took that fight, knowing they're 4 versus 5, knowing that Cassante is 1,000 gold up on a Mordekaiser that is now sitting at 0-3-0. Meiko needs to leave that top lane as well. There is TP onto Creme to try and back his support off, and it's gonna be the TP from 369 this time around. However, that was very questionable. All eyes on JackeyLove, because that sacrifice right there that was the top side of the map was to get that Ezreal stronger, but
like
can't Top Esports survive here?
They got the dive here. LGD playing to their strengths as the Power Classic went across. You can't really do anything but stick together under your turret. LGD, they're juggling. Is it going to be enough? They get up to in the death realm, though, or at least not available. Now Meteor juggling. They need one more auto. They need one more something, and it's not going to give. They don't give any kills over just yet, but Creme trying to make the difference here. A lot of low health bars, and it's 369 who stands tall.
Oh, he couldn't quite get them one flash forward, and he would have found 3 targets. Creme right there, but another successful dive from LGD, and the tower is gonna go down to the hands of JackeyLove. 1.7 thousand gold in the lead. Trinity Force completed, boots completed, stacking on the tier. All of their eggs is on this world champions basket.
And if you're talking about consistency, if you're talking about track record, it is JackeyLove who remains constant. Even among all these stars, he rises above 4 years with Top Esports. He is the structural pillar here with this team, and it's been very nice to see him ebb and flow with Meiko as well. And obviously giving his own Wonder Star performances here. The Ezreal has been so strong tonight, and it continues to be a mainstay.
On the other side, LGD, Burdol has had pretty good carry performance towards the top side of the map, but now he's going to have to carry with that Cassante. We know what Cassante can do, even after all the nerfs. It's really strong. JackeyLove.
They got him. They got the cleanse. Burdol has the angle. Tries to get the knockup. Gets the all out. And look, JinJiao's around the corner. I just spoke about him. And Burdol, he's going to claim the shutdown.
Top Esports put all their money and faith into JackeyLove, and he overextends in the mid lane. No friends around, no teammates, no one. LGD, great pick right there to capitalize and punish onto JackeyLove. The shutdown gonna go over to Kepler as well. Pretty strong to get a lot more money into that Ashe that's been struggling. Almost 2,000 gold down. for the AD carry of LGD. And great trigger out there to just instantly capitalize on JackeyLove overextending.
And that's the thing for LGD is once they catch you, you literally cannot move your champion. And JackeyLove having the flash definitely is going to be indicative of that. But this is also what I've really loved for this game too from LGD. They are playing around their strength. They lost that bot side. Well, good. Let's go 5-man top side where Burdol is strong. And I think that's a really good heads-up decision in-game for LGD to adapt their strategy to.
Absolutely, they have not given Top Esports an inch to take right here. Now again, JackeyLove with the Trinity Force is going to be hurting a lot. They're creating a barricade at the choke points. All those Qs are going to be hurting from Jackie. Level 9 Ezreal right now.
Couple key ultis not there for LGD. They're about to have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, but Top Esports, they're being separated now. You have to be really careful for Creme. Glacial Fisher going to go across. 369 does have the Death Realm and might be trying to pick them out as well with it. There's the Rift Tower gone to Top Esports, and now it's a front to back. 369 already having popped that Death Realm, but here comes Burdol, here comes the Enchanted, and here comes Haichao finding a kill. They've already got one. Now you got a lot of burn damage coming down from Meteor. It will not be a trade. Instead, it will be one kill for the Rift Herald.
Rift Herald secured by Tian right there, but ends up going down. LGD keep winning those team fights. The second Top Esports pile up. That is a brand's dream. You pile up into this choke point, all those ultimates are going to start bouncing around, dealing massive amounts of damage. 2-0 and 3 right now, 1k up on Tian. When Rylance gets completed, this is going to get even more dicier in those fights. And as you can see, Burdol is taken out instantly by 369 into the realm. However, Top Esports just cannot find an opening. There is no flash on Tian. Look how close together LGD are saying. If Tian has flash right there, so many people end up going down. But LGD being aware of that summoner being down for Tian, they play a lot more aggressive and take him down.
Just able to play to their strengths. It's been a massive level up for LGD. And looked non-existent in that game, number one. Giving Top Esports a run for their money here in an all-important matchup. Again, we already said, cannot go 0-5 in this group when you're supposed to be ascending to greater heights. Now LGD still looking and waiting. They do have the death ball that's starting to come alive for.
Two players of LGD, jungle and top lane, extremely fed. Are looking to carry them forward, potentially pushing this series into a game number 3. Top Esports, as you mentioned, they expected to clean this out super quickly as a 2-0. However, a few of the decisions that have been made this game have not been the cleanest for themselves, particularly that level 1 from 369, walking into fights 4 versus 5 as well. And Top Esports have been looking for opportunities, but LGD are not giving them any. They're not mispositioning, they're not overpressuring any lane. It has been Top Esports that again caught in these scenarios. And as you can see, with the first chance they get, they walk into Fog of War. Kepler.
Tian's in a little bit of trouble. He does use the watch out Eep. Get away. He will try to get this outer turret here. JackeyLove all by himself to try to defend against it. They aren't able to get it though. Oh. Creme actually going to use the culling on top. They're collapsing here. They do have the Rift Herald as well to use. Haichao just going to try to get Creme. Does he? Is he going to be able to do it? He does! Haichao, the Corgi outplays. He wiggle butts all over Top Esports.
Absolute disaster by Top. From the hunter, they became the hunted. They lose Creme in the process. They're going to get the bop onto the tower, but what cost? They're going to lose their mid lane, and LGD are just faster on the map, and Top Esports do not have the replies. 4-man bot lane dive onto 369.
The Realm of Death is available, though. He will have an option to try to get out of this one. Gonna save it until he needs to, and then end up being able to fight his way out of this bot lane play. But LGD, again, consistently leaning towards their strong side of the map, leaning towards where Burdol is. It is going to be the outer tower that was trying to be taken by Top Esports, but LGD have represented. Look at this flank. He could look for it. He's going for the deep one.
Tian has no mana, he's got no HP. JackeyLove is in the same fate as well. Burdol is running into 4 people, but he's super strong.
Oh, he's looking for the all-out combo. He can't get it, though. That's a really good turn from Top Esports, and they just take him out.
Too much damage coming out from Top Esports, and Burdol, even though he had a great flag, his team was so far away from the play. It was a great play in the book, but didn't pan out to be the same as they thought it was going to, and the kill is going to go over to Top Esports. Another cash in right here, and That looked very grim. JackeyLove, no E, no HP, no mana. Same for Tian as well. End up taking him down. And something that we didn't actually notice in this play, while the bot lane dive was happening, the TP play came through for Creme, which forced LGD's hand onto this play right here. Burdol dives in. His team is nowhere near this. They pin him down and absolutely assassinate him.
He wanted to try to get a big all-out combo there to bring them back to the team, but there's no targets there once everybody scatters. I mean, both Creme and JackeyLove have a lot of escape tools, at least at the initial get-go. Now, JinJiao, he's in a lot of trouble if he can't find an angle around the wall there, and LGD need to defend this outer turret here as Dragon has spawned. Would be a second for Top Esports in a row.
And this is where it starts getting scary. LGD are trying to take some control into the river because Top Esports, when they get a pick, when they know they can pretty much destroy Burdol with the damage that they have, you start questioning how strong this Cassante is from the side of LGD. The Cassante that's very fed. Top Esports are looking for pick. Oh my god, Haichao.
Yeah, Haichao's doing a lot of work now as well. Creme getting slowed down. Looks like Top Esports with no vision cannot step forward to the might of LGD. Even if they do feel like they have a lot of the strength to fight, it is not going to be there, and we will go even on Dragon scores.
Top Esports, it's a luxury to be able to let go of one of the dragons. They will have the first one. Mountain is going to be the soul for this particular game. As you can see, they instantly put their hands up, spread across the map, trying to take control of whatever spawns. Tian has found himself a Gromp. Creme is going to scatter towards the top side of the map, pressure that wave as well. And this is why we're talking about Top Esports. We're talking about macro and how quickly they move on the map, even though this has been a very dicey game for them and it's been going back and forth. And majority of these fights, they have been losing up to the point where the 1 versus 5 happened. They're just so quick onto the map. They're going to be sitting on the ward right there. JinJiao's going to spot them. It hasn't been the easiest for Top Esports to try and find picks. LGD have not really been giving them any outs. No overextensions by them as well, and they do have pretty hard scaling champions, the side of LGD, the Corki, the Brand.
Yeah.
You've got such great frontline as well. It's very difficult for Top to find an opening.
And they just have consistency of engage, right? Like, you have easy tools to pull off where you really need the mechanical execution come online, the follow-up through the solar flare, things like that. Like, Meiko is the go button for Top Esports, where you have multiple on the side of LGD in a way where Burdol can find engages, JinJiao, but also Kepler primarily. And I think the ease of execution is definitely on the side of LGD, and they still find themselves a little bit on top in terms of the map presence. But now the question is, can they consistently keep that for the rest of the game, as Top Esports are going to be getting stronger themselves?
Yeah, and they're exerting pressure on the side lanes as well. You've got 369 with this Mordecai, who's caught up actually. There's about 1,000 gold down, only 500 now. Chipped it down to a half of what it was before. Got his 2 items. This Mordecai is going to be getting stronger and stronger, and knowing that Top Esports can literally burn through Burdol, 369's target can change at any point, from taking the tank out because he's a nuisance to potentially 1v1ing any of the carries from the side of LGD. Taking Meteor into the realm allows Top Esports to play a little bit more aggressive, pile up, and try to move forward as a bow, which you can't do when you're playing into Brand's damage.
And that's why I kind of love the focus we've gotten on Meteor so far, because I think in their last series definitely was the shining light of the team, even in the loss against FPX, and we were still begging the question in game number 1. This one definitely a turn up for him, and maybe a little bit on fire now. 2-0-3, second item complete with their allies, but we're getting to these tussles. One big swirl so he connects. That's the engage tool as well for Top Esports.
A lot of bow coming through from Tian and JackeyLove as well. Tian trying to hit the swirl seed. If it hits onto a carry, this is the all-in that you need from Meiko to go through. And JackeyLove has been trying to make do with all that gold lead that Top Esports have made sure that he accumulates for himself. Just Barrage, not gonna hit anyone in Top Esports. Are the ones walking in for a little bit more control around the Baron area. Only 2 minutes for the next dragon as well. However, we're pretty late into the game, and it's only 1 dragon apiece, so definitely Baron gets a higher percentage in terms of what teams want to play towards, because with Baron right now, you can definitely start pressuring more towers, which is something that Top Esports have not had a chance to do yet too much.
I will say the Mountain Soul is definitely a little bit of the elephant in the room, depending on which team gets it, especially with all those tanky stats that could give Top Esports to stop the poke from LGD. But as is, we're going to see LGD move back out and try to clear out some of this vision from this top side, where we have Dragon being repositioned through this mid lane.
pressure in from Kepler. Trying to shove in as fast as possible. They're going to dip straight towards the top side of the map. You can see both teams are pretty much ping-ponging the vision over and over again. Again, one arrow is all that counts. Lots of poke coming in from Top Esports as well. 369, what target is he going to choose next time he goes into these fights?
I love
Top
that.
Esports are going to take control of the bot side. 45 seconds.
I love that we have the QSS as well for Haichao. Definitely going to need that one. Depending on what combo does connect, he has been a mainstay of damage for the team so far as well, with all the poke, getting them peppered up for the fights. But now we're getting repositioning here by Top Esports to try to be aggressive before the Dragon.
369 moving a little bit more aggressive in that bot quadrant. Trying to take potentially even a flank position to grab one of those carries in the realm. The Dragon is going to be a point of contention. However, you've got double AD carry plus Brand. 25 minutes in, 2 items apiece into a Baron. It'll melt down so quickly. Top Esports have the chance to actually use one of their carries to take down the Baron and then maybe start the Dragon and then TP them back into the Baron fight.
Remember, LGD's path forward is ease of execution. All they need to do is find a trigger pull onto somebody that matters. And here it goes onto Tian. They're going to follow it up. Tian's not very tanky. He's going to have to flash over the wall. Nice damage back from Creme. He flashes himself, though. Didn't want to get hit by the CC chain there. And now Top Esports able to fight out a lot of the tools from LGD and keep 369 in the side lane. Oh, Meiko. Oh, Meiko. It gets completely caught. He thought they all backed. And now LGD, they have primo position onto the Baron.
Meiko thought he was catching them on the reset, but it wasn't the case. 369 is going to pull the TP. It's a 4 versus 5.
He has the death route. If he can get in there and get out Meteor, that is the difference maker. Tian, he's going to be there as well. Burdol going for the engage. He's trying to get it on Tian. He goes golden, though. Death Realm has been popped, and it's on the Haichao. They need the damage. Look at JackeyLove. The Pyroclasm hit it across, but now 369 coming out, and he's rolling 9s here, looking for more. He gets a double kill and denies LGD from the Baron. And now Top Esports, they're circling like sharks, and it might be Shark Week. As Top Esports, they just need a little bit more. JackeyLove, he's looking to hit the pepper shot. Tian gets the burn over there onto JinJiao, and Kepler goes down to JackeyLove himself. True shot barrage, not gonna hit, but it's lasting damage as they turn over onto the Baron.
Creme TP's in as well, has the time to respawn right there. Tian still has ultimate available after all this fight. He was trying to find his way in. But what a chase from Top Esports, and 369 absolutely decimated that backline. That Mordekaiser just about hitting level 6 with the 2 items. Let's watch. That was a 4 versus 5 in favor of LGD. And with a Brand ult available, let's watch 369. As like Asante goes in, he just grabs Haichao. You can no longer cleanse and get out of that Mordekaiser ult. 369 taking 2 with him.
And the fact that Top Esports do not relent. They keep pushing up the burn. It takes so long, and it still is a big difference maker here. And the fact that JackeyLove just pulls the trigger. Kepler is way out of the way, and he'll even flash for it just to make sure.
It's for style points, man. It's for style points. You're flashing to make sure
he deserves
3,
it,
1,
honestly.
and 3. Absolutely. 2.5 thousand gold up on Kepler's Ashe. And reminder, Top Esports did sacrifice a lot of that early game to get those tower plating sort of JackeyLove. Solo tower plates, solo first tower. Making sure that his legendary Ezreal is fed enough. He's got the items needed to carry through, now completing Bloodthirster as well. Makes him a little bit safer in those fights to come, considering how deep Burdol also dives in these fights.
And you have to remember, this was a game.
Damage.
Yeah, you have to remember, this was a game that was very hotly contested. I mean, there was literally like 1,000 gold lead the whole time for Top Esports, but we've said it the whole time. You give them an inch, they take a mile. Now you're looking down the barrel of 5,000 gold deficit. And when Top Esports are feeling themselves, when they have control of the map, we've seen what they do to teams, and it ain't pretty.
Absolutely. Walking into for the deeper vision right there, Top Esports. Again, you see how respectful they are. They do not want to overextend. Creme right there.
Oh,
he's going to see him now. He's going to spot him now. Burdol
Burdol's the one that needs to be a little careful. You got the collapse coming from 369. Creme trying to chase this one down a little bit. Haichao going to poke right back. 369 going to pull away in top esports. We're just looking, but it's been really the mid lane as the distractionary tool because JackeyLove about to take a tier 2 tower outright.
And JackeyLove has been taking everything off of LGD. Top esports are playing destruction duty, trying to take as many members of LGD as possible to the other side of the map as JackeyLove absolutely destroys the other side. Need to be careful. You've got a lot of money on you right now, JackeyLove. The arrow gonna go wide, and top esports are gonna send Tian towards the mid lane. Shoving another wave right there. They do have Baron up for another 20 seconds. Let's see what kind of pressure they can get through that.
And it's just honestly an honor to get to watch some of these players play in these moments. With JackeyLove having a masterclass. Game 1 was a masterclass from Meiko, and we've highlighted this bot lane so much, and it's rightfully so. They have been one of our most dominant since coming together. You see them being dominant here in a top esports change of pace. 6,000 gold up now as they take another tier 2 tower. And top side, they will just get the resets off.
And that Baron pretty much netted them every single outer tower that LGD had left on the map. Only the base remains for LGD. Now this could be a tricky thing because there's not a lot of dragons left to fight over, and there isn't any soul anywhere near. Top esports would need another about 8 minutes if they wanted to go for a soul, considering the next one does end up being top esports favored. So it's gonna be a while until LGD have to overextend to try and get some vision fight for a neutral objective. Kepler, leave it overextended right there. Does have JinJiao behind him on the Brom.
It'd be a little dicey there, a little dicey, but you know, you got the flash. That's why we take those summoner spells, you know.
Tian is too used to the other jungle belonging to him.
Yeah,
not this time around.
Needs to be a little bit more grounded here. Stop esports. They're lying in wait. We're waiting for LGD to overextend it anyway. Haichao, the first target here. True Shot Barrage only hits on a Burdol. Not going to do too much. Now Meiko's in a lot of trouble. He realizes he needs to flash away. Burdol tries to get the Q3, but can't do it. 369. He's looking on the edge. Now Creme gets the culling off. They're stuck in a choke point. Look at JackeyLove. He's arcane shifting forward into 5 people. And if that ain't the state of the game, I don't know what is.
Top esports are trying to find any pick onto LGD. Unfortunately, Burdol is too tanky. He's got 3 items on a level 16 Cassandra. You're not going to bring him down very easily. However, what Top esports can do is take his flash, so he can't be too dangerous in the later fights to come. Again, minute and a few seconds for the next dragon. Top esports will be having soul point on that one, and it's going to be a mountain soul as well. Definitely want to be having the extra defenses that the dragon does provide you with. And right here, we're talking about a game that is pretty much at even terms, apart from the fact that JackeyLove is absolutely accelerated onto this Ezreal. Sorry, Cyrilda's gonna get picked up right there as well. 4 item Ezreal, only 3 onto Kepler's Ash. They haven't necessarily been able to pinpoint that Ezreal down, so he's on Burdol to try and potentially find a way to get onto that target.
Tian. They actually don't get the Glacial Fissure, though. They get the concussive blows on a Meiko. Solar Flare can be used. Here's the TPs, though. JackeyLove, he's getting out of there now. Meiko in trouble, but look at 369. Look at Creme. They got the flank of a century here. True Shot Barrage not going to hit. Haichao is soloing JackeyLove over there. They're going to arcane shift over the wall. Kepler is stuck in the death realm as he comes out, though. Tian is right there. JackeyLove steps up, and now Creme, another calling in, and 369 is in the front line. Creme, he's dashing forward. Creme's going down, though. JackeyLove, still the only hope. Still alive. Tian, full health, has the front line for the gunslinger of top esports. Can he step up and make the moment his? There's still 3 bodies for LGD, and they will back off the fight.
And instantly, top esports are trying to create some pressure on the map. Haichao resetting back. They know that they could potentially pressure for that dragon. They have the Baron as well. They're going to be pinging it. Meteor is turning around. It's not going to be the case. They know they see Tian is around. Looks like he might available. Tian is gonna check the swirl seed, but the second those resets go down, top esports, they have pulled the trigger before instantly when they know they have the numbers advantage on the rift. Not gonna be the case this time around. Very, very sketchy fight right here. LGD commit flashes on the ultimates onto trying to cut Tian and Meiko tanks a storm. Creme is nowhere near, and LGD are taking complete control of that fight, taking down Meiko. And honestly, everyone from Top Esports is so spread in this fight. The second you'll see after here, they bundle up, that brand ultimate comes through and absolutely decimates them right here. The second they stop bundling up together, they end up going down. The Baron has been started though on live.
Little point I want to make in that replay though is the anti-synergy as 369 ulted the backline there. Creme was trying to come over and get the killing blow with the calling. So things like that go wrong. Top Esports find themselves a little bit worse for wear. Now, though, they're trying to push the tempo. That Baron going to be started up after they clear all the wards. LGD very worried about this one. If they can take this, it is going to be LGD able to defend.
Very importantly, a lot of that damage was
goodness.
Meteor. He's not going to have the stopwatch this time around. However, there's Hourglass on both 369 and Tian.
That was a lot of damage that he put down. Haichao's no joke.
And Tian has gone for more of a defensive Lilia build. There is a bunch of damage in general on Top Esports, so he is allowed to go for more of a defensive Banshee / Hourglass, trying to stay as safe as possible onto this Lilia. The Baron will be started one more time. The dance has been seen way too many times.
369 has all of his shield available to him. Glacial Fissure going to be used there. JinJiao a little trigger happy, just trying to find a big pick out now that they saw that Tian wasn't with the team. But LGD, they have kept Top Esports at arm's length so far, and we're going to be getting to 4th item for Haichao. He's already on 3, which is a big breaking point, but also on the other side, JackeyLove almost on full build now on the Ezreal.
Finish the Bloodthirster right there. For Haichao, you just mentioned it, a little bit more survivability for the Corki. Haichao has done a great job at actually finding JackeyLove in a lot of these fights and isolating him on the side, not allowing JackeyLove to hit. Big bunch of LD. Almost won them that previous fight straight up. And again, the dance for Baron is going to begin one more time. LGD have been trying to bait Top Esports to go into them because they do not have the means to engage on the Top Esports themselves. Here we go.
They don't have the Glacial Fissure. They need to be careful. They don't have that spacing tool now, and the Lilting Lullaby has separated them. Oh my god, he almost just dies outright. Kepler just gets burned by Tian. He's not even on the same screen. As now big engage potentially from LGD as they look for Tian. Haichao still pumping the damage with the rocket barrages. Burdol needs to be the front line here with JinJiao. They do not want to step up too far. This wall has become a death wall here as Top Esports still forcing the presence around the Baron.
And Warmog's giving Meiko back his entire HP bar as well. LGD are trying to take this 4 versus 5.
Baron getting a little bit lower. LGD definitely does it quicker here, but you need to get the damage down, and JinJiao doesn't have the Pyroclasm. Meiko getting a little bit lower. Haichao's doing a very good job of getting damage down. Just has to hit the targets that are in front of him, and the Baron dance continues. I guess I was going to call it a bance.
The Baron dance. True. Haichao has been the absolute bane of Top Esports' existence right here. Not only does he consistently bait Meiko's E into the fight, which then allows LGD to turn back around the damage onto Top Esports, but he's also the main damage dealer for LGD. So unless this Corki goes down, it becomes very difficult for Top Esports to control a bunch of these fights. Oh, Meiko, he's looking. This could be huge.
The ward that makes the difference, but it's still the shield that was available there, so the magic damage not able to break through it. Back is complete. Meiko will also reset.
1 minute for the next Dragon. It would be huge for Top Esports. They'd be getting really hurt from the Brand Corki combo. And let's watch this one more time. Tian, lovely swirl seed right
Just
there
not
on the 2
fair.
carries. He sees that backline. He gazes them down. Oh my god, a true barrage into the Baron.
Not even on the same screen, man. I love that he just throws out the enchanted crystal arrows. I'm going down with the ship. 07, Captain. But speaking of Kepler, he will have his 4th item now as the Terminus has been completed.
Great way to deal with the front line as well. Not that Meiko has presented much of a front line for Top Esports. However, the way he's been bouncing around the fight, engaged, and then trying to get out, resetting the HP bar with the Warmog's passive as well. He has helped quite a bit for Top Esports right here. We might be able to see 369 starting that Dragon for Top Esports. It would be nice to have that Soul moving forward to potentially a Baron fight, and you do have the teleport to get back into the fight. Creme would have been the ideal person, but he's almost dead.
Almost dives straight out to Haichao. The Baron already going down the engage there. The Burdol looking for the separation on Meiko. He's going to all out him away. The Solar Flare already came down, though. Meiko getting low, but they can't finish him off. Now the Baron is doing work for Top Esports as they move in to stop the reset. Haichao still has rocket barrages. Meteor with the Pyroclasm. 369 goes with the Death Realm on a Meteor. He's trying to get him now as well. He might just finish him off here, and that means the Baron can't be done. He goes golden. Big unbreakable there from JinJiao, and 369 goes golden. Burdol getting low. 369 still alive. They're still kicking. Haichao finishes him off, but look at the surrounding that Top Esports have done. JackeyLove already picks off one. He's almost got 5,000 damage done, and they're going to give him more. Essence Fluck forward. That's a triple kill for him, and they're looking for a Quadra heal as Haichao, the only remaining member on this side of the map. Top Esports looking to put the finishing blows on LGD.
And finally, Top Esports managed to make the damage stick. There is so much range on that LGD lineup that they find it so difficult with 3 melees to get any damage to stick onto LGD. Great fight right there from Top Esports, again, bouncing back and forth. 369, absolutely important diving into that backline as well. And I have to give mega props to LGD as well. I feel like JinJiao played this fight incredibly well. As you can see, Meteor, they flash forward, not only for the damage bounce, but the slow to be applied as well so that LGD can chase forward. But the 369 dives into Meteor. That hourglass right here is going to be huge. And the instant unbreakable, the Trusha barrage by JackeyLove, which could have ended Meteor's life right there. 369 tanked a storm. But due to all the HP bars being higher on Top Esports, they were able to chase off the remaining members of LGD.
Who other than JackeyLove, world champion, Top Esports structural pillar, and one of our genius ADCs in the LPL, and he's putting on a masterful performance. This series has been a statement from JackeyLove and Meiko, and that statement is a dominating one.
Talking about dominating that Baron buff, 2.4k up for Top Esports. They're gonna have it for about a minute and a half longer. They're gonna pressure in that mid lane and bot lane at the same time, using that ult for some pressure. Burdol.
It's the arcane shift out, though. You can't get the engage on the back of it, and that was like a really only way in. You lose your Enchanted Crystal Arrow now. You're a lot worse for wear in terms of engage tools.
And this has been the problem for LGD. They just cannot catch JackeyLove. Top Esports put the money onto that one member that LGD cannot reach. It's absolutely genius. Tian again pressuring that mid lane wave so they can have a 2-lane pressure at their Burdol.
Oh my god, that was a little ballsy, but he's going for it anyways. The Death Realm has been popped there on a Burdol, and they can try to take down this front. Oh my god, the lilting lullaby. Tian is singing them sweet nothings here, and Top Esports have fully trounced LGD. They make their statement known, and they will find a huge 2-0 over LGD as they find a triple kill for Creme. It's only the Nexus turrets that are left, and they need the minion wave to crash Haichao. He's been strong, but he's not strong enough. And Top Esports will bring themselves to a 2-2 and find a 2-0 sweep over LGD.
Top Esports with a very statement series right here. Their life was on the line. 1 and 2 in series. They needed that victory over a very struggling 0-4 LGD, and that was a statement. Game number 2 was not going their way, Mazel. But again, they put all their hope in that bot lane world champion on one of his signature picks, the Ezreal. They sacrificed the top side of the map just so he can be strong. And you can see LGD, man, they almost had it. Man, they almost had it versus FPX. Haichao
Haichao
so frustrated.
I mean, he was doing so much work on that Corki. It just feels so bad when you see little moments of brightness.